Shalom, call Akim. I want to start off by giving all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who've taught me this truth, and peace and blessings to the brethren that believe in this truth and is hoping for deliverance. Okay? This video is going to be the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. All right? I'm just going to get a couple precepts that I was meditating upon, and Lord willing, it was edifying. All right? This is Matthew chapter 6, verse 6. See Yahushua speaking, as you can see, red letter. And when he spoke, he taught the disciples how to pray to the Lord. This is the Lord's Prayer. This is Matthew 6 and 6. But let me highlight it. This is Matthew 6, starting at verse 6. But thou, when thou prayest, enter in thy closet, and when thou hast shut thy door, pray to thy Father which is in secret, and thy Father which seeth in secret shall reward thee openly. So that closet is talking about your mind. You know, when you pray, you're supposed to be between you and the Lord, and the Lord is going to reward you openly. Salakia, I need to turn off this GPS. All right. So the Lord's going to reward you openly. Right. Verse 7. But when ye pray, use not vain repetitions as the heathen do, for they think that they shall be heard for their much speaking. Be not ye therefore like unto them, for your Father knoweth what things ye have need of before ye ask him. After this manner therefore pray ye, Our Father which art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. This is the point right here, verse 10. Thy kingdom come, thy will be done, in earth as it is in heaven. Right? See, Yahushua said, pray to the Lord that thy kingdom be done, thy will be done in earth as it is in heaven. All right? So that scripture right there proves that the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. Okay? The kingdom of heaven is going to be likened unto how the heavens are. How the kingdom is in heaven, that's how the kingdom of heaven on earth is going to be. Yahushua's kingdom, when he comes back to receive his glory. All right. Now, because I said that, I thought of a couple scriptures. I'm going to go to the book of Daniel. All right. The 7th chapter. And, I'm going to read verse 9, all right? Classic scripture. This is Daniel 7 and 9. I beheld till the thrones were cast down, and the ancients of days did sit, whose garment was white as snow, and the hair of his head like the pure wool. His throne was like the fiery flame, and his wheels as burning fire. And the reason why I read that, I'm going to get in Daniel 2, because that's prophecy. It says till the thrones were cast down. All the kingdoms of the earth were cast down. The Lord set up his kingdom. All right. But I'm going to get it in Daniel, the 2nd chapter. All right. So this is the dream that the king of Babylon had. And then Daniel broke it down. And, the dream of the statue. And I'm just going to get... All right, so you brothers know. I'll just for edification's sake, I'll read up. All right, this is Daniel chapter 2, verse 38. And wheresoever the children of men dwell, the beasts of the field and fowls of the heaven hath he given into thine hand, and hath made thee ruler over them all. Thou art his head of gold. All right, so the Babylonian kingdom represented the gold kingdom. All right, the statue had a gold head, and that was the Babylonian kingdom. And if you want to understand more, just read the whole chapter. All right, verse 39. And after thee shall arise another kingdom inferior to thee, and another third kingdom of brass, which shall bear rule over all the earth. All right. So the next kingdom was going to be inferior, and it said over all the earth. So these kingdoms are kingdoms that are on the earth right now, right? That was on the earth and are on the earth right now. So the brass kingdom, it was inferior to the gold kingdom, right? And then the fourth kingdom, so it was gold, then silver, then brass. Now verse 40, and the fourth kingdom shall be strong as iron, for as much as iron breaketh in pieces and subdueth all things, and as iron that breaketh all these shall it break in pieces and bruise. And that's talking about the Roman Empire. They were known for the military might. That's why they were represented by iron, right? And whereas thou sawest the feet and toes, part of potter's clay and part of iron, the kingdom shall be divided. But there shall be in it of the strength of the iron, for as much as thou sawest the iron mixed with miry clay. And this is the Roman Empire being reincarnated again, also known, aka America. All right, this is talking about America. Verse 41. Part iron, part clay. That's America, right? Verse 42. And as the toes of the feet were part of iron and part of clay, so the kingdom shall be partly strong and partly broken. Verse 43. And whereas thou sawest iron mixed with miry clay, they shall mingle themselves with the seed of men. But they shall not cleave one to another, even as iron is not mixed with clay. All right. And that's the EU and NATO. You know, some of the countries are strong military and economically. Some of the countries are weak military and economically. All right. This is verse 44. And in the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom. Right. And all those kingdoms were on earth. Verse 44. In the days of these kings shall the power of heaven set up a kingdom which shall never be destroyed, and the kingdom shall not be left to other people, but it shall break in pieces and consume all these kingdoms, and it shall stand forever. All right. So Yahweh Shai's kingdom is going to break to pieces all these kingdoms, and it's going to stand forever, proving that the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. All right. And if you want to get more edification, like I said, just read that whole chapter to really understand it. All right. This is Revelations chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I, John, saw the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, prepared as a bride adorned for her husband. Right? And verse 3, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, Behold, the tabernacle of the Most High is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and the Most High himself shall be with them and be their power. And the Most High shall wipe away all tears from their eyes, and there shall be no more death, neither sorrow, nor crying, neither shall there be any more pain, for the former things are passed away. All right, so this is future prophecy. When it says, I saw a holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High out of heaven, that's talking about the elect of the nation of Israel. Once they're delivered. So verse 1, it says, and I saw a new heaven and a new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. So that's after the destruction. That's after when the Lord comes and destroys the earth, destroys the people of the earth and cleanse it with the thermonuclear missiles and the fire from the holy angels. That's the new heaven and the new earth. And then it says, when I saw a holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from the Most High of heaven. That's talking about the elect after being delivered in the chariots, coming down in their new bodies. All right. Which represents the kingdom of heaven. All right. Because the kingdom of heaven is within you. You know, scriptures say you shouldn't say lo. Let me just look it up. I know it's in Luke. Luke 17 and 20. And when he was demanded of the Pharisees, Salakia, and when he was demanded of the Pharisees when the kingdom of the Most High should come, he answered them and said, the kingdom of the Most High cometh not without observation, neither shall they say, lo here or lo there, for behold, the kingdom of the Most High is within you. So when it said, I saw when Revelation 21 Said, I saw New Jerusalem coming out of heaven, a holy city, prepared as a bride. That's talking about the elect, all right? And they represent the kingdom of heaven. And they're going to be on earth, all right? Because the whole point of this video is just bring out some scriptures that prove that the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth, all right? This is, I'm just going to get one more point. This is Matthew chapter 22. Let's see. This is I'll get this real quick. This is Matthew chapter 22, verse 30. Verse 29. Yahushua answered and said unto them, Ye do err, not knowing the scriptures, nor the power of the Most High. For in the resurrection they neither marry nor are given in marriage, but are as the angels of heaven, of the Most High in heaven. All right. So this is talking about the spirit world. All right. In the spirit world, the angels don't have sex. But we know through prophecy that in the kingdom of heaven, we're going to have sex. So that proves that we're not going to be in the spirit world. We're going to be on the earth. All right. So just to back that up, there's many scriptures to back that up. But let's just get Isaiah, the 60th chapter, and the last verse. All right. This is Isaiah 60 and 22. And this whole chapter is prophecy of the kingdom of heaven. If you haven't read it, you should definitely go ahead and read it. It's very uplifting. This is Isaiah chapter 60, verse 22. A little one shall become 1,000, and a small one a strong nation. I, the Lord, will hasten it in his time. All right. So in the kingdom of heaven, the elect, they're going to become 1,000 and a strong nation because the Lord is going to multiply them. This is Psalms chapter 127, verse 3. It says, Lo, children are an heritage of the Lord, and the fruit of the womb is his reward. So we're going to have children. That's part of the reward. That's part of the blessing of Israel, to have children, to be fruitful and to multiply. It says, as arrows are in the hand of mighty men, so are the children of the youth. Happy is the man that hath his quiver full of them. They shall not be ashamed, but they shall speak with the enemies in the gate. Happy shall a man that have his quiver full of them. All right. We're gonna have lots of children in the kingdom of heaven. That's part of the blessing. So that proves that the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth, because you don't have sex in the spirit world. All right. And then I'm just going to get one more point to back up that the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. This is 1 Corinthians chapter 15, verse I'm going to read verse 40 and 41. All right. 1 Corinthians 15 and 40. There are also celestial bodies and bodies terrestrial, but the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. All right. So there's spiritual bodies and there's earthly bodies. Celestial means spiritual bodies. Terrestrial means earthly bodies. Right. And it says the glory of one. Oh, so I'm just going to read verse 40. Salakia Akim. So it says, but the glory of the celestial is one, and the glory of the terrestrial is another. Meaning the things that you have pleasure in your spiritual body is different than the things you have pleasure in your earthly body. In the spirit world, the angels, they don't eat, they don't have sex, they don't sleep. But in the earthly body, you eat, you have sex, you sleep, right? And since the scriptures say we're going to be eating and drinking in the kingdom of heaven, therefore we know that the kingdom of heaven is going to be on earth. So I'm going to end it on that scripture. This is Luke 22, verse 29. Yahushua speaking, and I appoint unto you a kingdom as my Father has appointed unto me, that ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel. All right. So I know I was all over the place. I was kind of sporadic, but Lord willing, this was edifying. Call Holo Yahweh Bashin Yahushua. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Peace and blessings to the elect. Shalom.